visual. I see it all. Peace, y'all. This is Visual. I see Web3. You already know what it is. Today, I jumped into a Twitter space. I was listening in. I said, hey, man, this is dope. There was so many dope people from all around the world talking about their art, telling their stories. And I was like, yo, I'm going to start recording. And then I hit the request button. And I said, man, maybe they'll let me jump in. And they did. So I got it all for y'all here. I'm excited, man. I met some dope people. I'm definitely going to be interviewing them on the show. Stay tuned. Check it out. All right, Shaw. I'm listening into a Twitter space. I've been listening for over an hour. A lot of awesome people from all over the world, artists, fans of the art, creators. I'm about to speak next. I'm excited. This is dope. This is really dope.
I just love it, as your art is amazing as well.
Yeah, actually, before we move on,
listening to a Twitter space right now, y'all. It's really dope. People from all over the world. We got artists, we got creators, we got fans of NFTs. I'm speaking next. I'm excited and tell them a little bit about myself and everything I'm doing. It's dope. Building this community, y'all.
Thank you, Bree. All right, next up is Visual. Then after that we have Pluvo, RGCG, Anib, Santos, and Matic. So let's get it, Visual.
Peace, everybody. Been listening in for a good hour or so here. Everybody's awesome, man. I love it. This NFT space is amazing. I mean, it's exciting. As an artist myself, I'm a music artist, hip hop artist. Been making music and releasing it myself independently for about almost 20 years now, and I'm just excited to be in this space. The first thing that attracted me was the artwork. I started seeing it, and you know, I got into crypto in about 2017, and when I saw NFTs at first, I wasn't too sure what it was, because I knew it was art, obviously, and like I said, that's what attracted me. But then I knew it was related to cryptocurrency, but it just didn't really make sense. It didn't make sense to me right away. And then I started kind of doing my own research and just waited a little bit too to kind of see what happened. And I just started, you know, saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to stop just sitting around and looking at it and figuring out and trying to find out what it was. So I just jumped in, started supporting the art, and it's amazing. I love it. I mean, I've discovered things and artists from across the world that I think I would have never came across had I not discovered NFTs. And it's been an exciting ride so far. Like I said, I've been making music, and what I want to do is I want to discover what I could do to get into the NFT space with my music. I've been learning a little bit about it. Doesn't seem like it's too hard, but you know, it's a new space, and it's exciting to be part of something new with everybody right now. You know, the people that have been speaking, it's just humbling to see everybody else just so open and vulnerable and humble as well about, you know, the learning process, because I'm an educator along with being an artist, and I believe that when you teach, you love, and to see that and feel that kind of love from everybody is just dope. It's very dope. I'm from Chicago, and I come from a city where that stuff is not very typical, man. And you know, to start getting it from all of you guys right now, it's amazing. It's amazing. I've been blessed enough to be able to you know, talk to people from all over the world in the past, because like I said, I've been in the music industry so long, and I've met so many different people, and I got away from music for a little bit, and when I jumped back into music, it was most recently, and the NFT space reminds me of so much of when I first got into music. And it's funny because it was when, you know, the internet was first like really popular, and we were getting out of just chat rooms, and it was MySpace. And I started meeting people from Germany and in the UK, and it was just amazing. And this reminds me so much of it. And I think that's what has me the most excited about all of this right now. And it's taking me to a place right now where I'm just discovering. So most recently, I have a few business partners that we do a few things with, do events and different things like that. And one of them approached me and said, hey, you know what? I think what you should do, man, it'd be so awesome, and I think you'd be perfect for it, would be to create a podcast or some kind of show and just talk about NFTs. And I told him, but I don't know anything about NFTs, man. I'm just learning. And he said, exactly, that's what you should do. Just walk everybody through your journey. And I think people would embrace that. And you know, that's what kind of brought me here to this space. It just made me realize that, yeah, you know what, it's true. I think that as we're learning and as we're doing something new, people will embrace that those first beginning steps, and they'll learn along with you. And hearing you guys talk and seeing everything that you guys are doing and seeing some of your art and hearing your stories is just, it's amazing. And it's keeping me excited about this space, and it's awesome to hear it, guys. So if anybody's interested, you know, like I said, I'm starting a show. I'd love to interview a few of you. I've already followed a couple people. I'm gonna keep listening in, you know, and I'm hoping to connect with you guys in the future and see how we might be able to help each other out in our adventures.
Yo, I would love like I think a podcast. I was on a podcast recently when I spoke on the space. I was telling my story about my bipolar, and it was like,
Yeah.
he has a podcast where he interviews like people that have bipolar that are also digital artists, and so maybe have a podcast where you just talk to NFT artists and they tell their stories. You know, they get exposure.
Yeah.
So that's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think that'd be amazing, man. And what's cool about it too, man, especially you, Manik. I heard you and I believe it was Bobby that was telling his story, and it's amazing to hear that, you know, mental health is something that's it's got room here, you know, because that's something that's been a focus of mine the last few years. It's been I've dealt with a lot of issues with mental health throughout my life, and have met friends and family that you know, they've dealt with things that they weren't able to really talk about because they didn't really have a resource for it. They didn't really understand what it was, and nobody talked to them about it in general. And also another thing that was a big part of it to me was financial literacy. I believe those two things are the biggest problems, and it's crazy how the NFT space has really brought those things to light. You know, you're hearing all these stories about people that were, you know, just starting out, struggling artists, you know, been doing their thing for, you know, 10, 15, 20 years and are just getting by, and then, you know, they start an NFT project and then they're rich. It's like insane to me, you know? And it's like wild to me. I mean, and at the end of the day, you know, that's an amazing part of the space. But I mean, to me, it's bigger than that. You know, it's bigger than that because, you know, we could be rich tomorrow and it'll all be gone, right? But I think, you know, the people that we're meeting in the community that we are building, it's just so much more special because you're not gonna get that anywhere else, you know. And I'm just hoping that it keeps it, you know, everything stays like this, man. You know, unfortunately, a lot of things get ruined, man, especially when money's involved. But hopefully this community stays like this. It keeps growing, and everybody, you know, we filter out all the BS and all the good people stay along for the ride, you know?
Yo, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
First of all, the podcast thing is just amazing, and you know, that's what those things add more value to the NFT space and spreading like awareness to those who don't know about like the NFT space. And my question is,
yes, sir.
Would you be interested in a NFT artist story which there's kidnapping like related in his story?
Wow. Yes, I'm intrigued already, to be honest with you. You know, I love stories. I love hearing people's stories. That's why this whole space right now, just listening in, has been amazing. It's just, you know, hearing little tidbits here and there. And we've only heard so much from everybody, right? Because, I mean, I think everybody's trying to talk about their art and you know, a little bit of their background story. But just hearing little tidbits here and there, it's exciting to me. So if there's an artist out there that has a NFT project and it has to do something with being kidnapped, I'm 100% interested in that, man.
You're literally talking to him right now.
Am I literally talking to the guy? Okay, well, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So I'm already following you, so I'm definitely gonna reach out to you, man. Let's do this. Let's do it. I'd love to talk to you.
100%, man. 100%. I really like the concept of that podcast. I know there's some kind of like NFT podcast out there,
yeah,
but you'll be the first mover in that like type of podcast. You feel me?
Sure.
So I just want to like support you, like by sharing my story with you, and you know, I just want to see this podcast blow up, man, because I love something related to NFT. You know, podcast is something unique. Like do something like that, I'm totally in, man.
That's what's up, man. I
I'm in
love it.
too.
I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, sir.
I'm ready. I'm that's the whole thing with me is I'm really trying to, brand myself. And
Yeah.
I have a whole thing I'm working on. I'm here for the long haul, so I'm working on building a brand, and it's a personal brand. I don't have like a
Yeah.
team or anything as of yet. So yeah, the more I can get my name out there, the better. So I'm down for interviews, podcasts,
Nice.
like whatever.
Let's
I
do
have
it.
I have quite the story to tell. So
Let's do it, man. Yeah, I'm following you as well, man. So yeah, please reach out to me, and like I said, I'm gonna keep listening in. Hopefully, I come across some other amazing artists and then people that might have a story to tell.
100%.
yeah, I'll message you now, man, and I'm gonna leave you my number, and you can feel free to call me, and we can chop it up.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. Whenever you're ready, you can just hit me up, man. I'm ready. Born ready, man.
Got you.
Thank you again for passing by. Just make sure you're gonna be here because
Yes.
there's a lot of interesting stories to hear.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of more speakers and everybody has their own point of view for life, or they've been through a lot, and you just may find what you want to be in your podcast as well, man.
Sure.
Thank you again.
100%. I appreciate you guys too. All right, Shaw, that was dope. This is what it's about. It's bigger than the art. It's bigger than the money. It's the people. At the end of the day, the people are the ones that make the community. The people are the ones that create the buzz. The people are the ones that create the excitement. And I'm excited about this. Peace out, y'all. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Stay in tune. It's your host, Visual. I see Web 3.